Hey friends, so my internship gem is team stations. This is like an organizational strategy in the classroom that my mentor teacher, Laura Strand, taught me. I think the best way to really understand what they are and how they work is to see them. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of our classroom here at Thurgood Marshall and show you some team stations. Like many art classrooms, we have these big tables. There's 8 tables in total around the room. From the ceiling, we've got this nifty sign with the color, and it's printed so you can read it as well. This is the red table. Okay, here's where the team station situation comes into play. Team stations are located around the perimeter of the room, like next to their table. So we're here at the silver team. We walk right over here, and along the counter, we have the silver team station. Violet team station. Okay. Blue team. Okay, now that we've kind of had a tour of the room, let me take you on a close-up tour of a team station. Okay, the red team station. At each team station, you will find some various student materials. And of course, all of the receptacles are red. In the top, we've got a little pencil box, so they have normal pencils. And then all of these, of course, red pencil boxes have different things in them: colored pencils, markers, crayons. There's 2 boxes for each of those 3 things. So 2 crayons, 2 colored pencils, 2 markers. So that lives there, and that lives in this little thing. Laura's even got a little box drawn in Sharpie right there, so they know right where to put that when they're putting it away. Here you'll notice this paper tray. Every team station has this. I really like this because they're always front loaded with normal drawing paper. And it also provides you different slots so that you can put things in them, like if you are doing a specific lesson and have like a worksheet or something, you can prep ahead of time, print them all out, and put 3 or 4 ready for your kids when they come. Here's some watercolor paper from a lesson earlier today that was in there. And up top, you will also notice this. Laura calls it the team toolbox, and the toolbox has glue, some scissors, and stencils. And the contents of your team stations could vary from teacher to teacher, to school. This is just one example of the types of things that we keep in our team station. And to be honest, I might do it slightly differently next year in my own classroom, but I think this pretty much covers it. Let me explain why team stations absolutely rock. They allow students to be self-sufficient. When it's time to clean up, it's much easier to know exactly where things go and how to do it, especially for younger elementary kids like kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd. It minimizes this other problem that a lot of art classrooms face, like when you organize all of your materials together in an art classroom with likes, then what happens is, once you say go and students get up to gather their materials, you have 25 kids all gathered around this one counter space, swarming, trying to get one paintbrush. That takes too much time. It wastes work time that the students could be working. And honestly, it's also kind of dangerous, because what if someone is claustrophobic or trips and gets hurt? It's a hazard. Another hack that team stations provide for elementary art teachers is saving work. It's time to clean up, and let's say I sit at the blue team. So I come over to my blue station, and oh look, I have a handy folder there at my station. It's blue, it matches my team, and it has my teacher's name on it. I'm in Miss Jensen's class. So I can open this up And this is where I can keep my work if I'm not done with it, right in here. I can put it in my team folder, close it up, and I leave it at my team station. Okay, so we've got this bookshelf back here in the back of the room with a box for every class. That's a lot of classes. So I go and I find Jensen 5, Jensen 5th grade, okay? I pull it out. Great, there's all the team folders. I keep them in here. They all fit, they're flat. There's one for every team, for every color. They're all in there. Then I slide it in, boom. My next period is Mr. Wong's class. I can pull it out and I know where to find the work for that class. I can even bring these over. If they have something they're in their middle of working on, I put it at their team station. And when they get here, they see their folder or their table, they know, oh, hey, here's my work. It's right there. And when they're done, boom. 5 minutes in between each class is not enough time to clean up from one class and to prep for the next one. So this system makes it a lot easier for me to be able to switch to the next class and get their workout and have it ready to go for them and have everything prepped so they know what to do and they can actually maximize their work time. Okay, the last tidbit that I'll share with you is you don't necessarily have to do this part, but something that Laura has done is she numbers the actual seats at the table as well. So you'll notice like here, number 1, and the chair also says number 1. Here's 2, 2. This is 3, and 3, and so on around the whole room. Each seat actually has a number and a spot that correlates with it. And then those numbers are also right here. So it's a really easy way for students to know exactly where they sit. That way there's no fighting over seats, there's no confusion, there's no exclusion. Their number at their spot also correlates with these numbers on a piece of tape on the floor, and they're all the way around the perimeter of the room. And those are so they know when we clean up and everything is done and we're ready to go. We'll say, go to your spot in line or get on your tape spot. Same line order every time. They go and they stand on their spot in line. Their teacher comes, they're ready to go. They're ready to walk out the door in line. Boom. Elementary students, it's probably helpful. For older kids, that's probably too extra. Elementary, yes. I think it's just a really concrete system that allows for the teacher to be really consistent with students so they know what to expect. They know how things are organized. They know where to find their materials, how to put them away on their own. Team stations can turn 10-minute cleanups into 5-minute cleanups. It's fire. And I also think that even if you're a middle school teacher or maybe you're a classroom teacher or a high school teacher, I think depending on your subject area or what your room is like, you could potentially set up a similar thing like this if you think it sounds like something that would be helpful and work for you in your space. It doesn't necessarily have to be for art teachers. Classroom teachers could do it too. Okay guys, that's it. Thank you for coming to a little tour of my classroom and for hearing me out about why team stations are my internship gem.